will join us soon. So we have officially started. Thank you for joining us today on the Kalamazoo Mortgage sponsored class for Google+. Brian and I are really excited for you to learn more about this topic, as it is a program feature in Google that is definitely not one that is utilized as much as it should be. So we're going to just go ahead and jump right in and get going right now. So let me get back over here. There we go. So Google Plus has moved into second place behind Facebook, and it's free. So those two things alone should catch your attention. Facebook is the #1 used social media outlet on the internet, just kidding. And Google Plus is right behind it. And the cool thing is it's free. And we're going to show you how to use that for your business today and how to make it a very powerful marketing tool. I have heard it called the Facebook killer. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between the two, why you would use Google Plus, why you would use Facebook. Facebook is definitely social. We talked a little bit about how to incorporate Facebook in your business world. And it's still a very, very good thing to do because, you know, it's the #1 social media outlet. But Google Plus is quickly moving up the ranks to be a very powerful marketing tool for you for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons is it's rolled into the same package with everything else that Google does, and who knows that they totally dominate the market online right now. So it's rolled in with Gmail, Google SEO, so search engine optimization, the Google Drive that we've done classes on, YouTube, huge, I'll show you that. We're actually going to jump live and I'm going to show you how those interconnect together. Blogger, if you write a blog, go through Blogger. It's a Google-driven blog site. And again, all of this is to move your ranking up in Google. So when people are searching for homes or searching for a realtor in your area, you'll be one that comes up on the top. Google Play, that's Android, right? All of you who have Android phones like me, you use Google Play, Google Wallet, and so much more. So why use Google Plus alone? It is the second behind Facebook for social media, and it is also rolled up with all the same packages of Google itself. And so by using them in combination, you will certainly be able to increase your ranking. So a couple of, I think I've got about 5 different reasons why you should use Google Plus or why it's important is, one, it's promoted by the biggest technological platform in the planet, Google, right? Google will never go away. There's been others that have come up, Bing, Yahoo, AOL, you know, and I don't know the semantics of who came first, the chicken or the egg. But Google Plus is just simply become a mega player, and it's not going to go away. And when Google Plus when something's promoted by Google, that means it should have a lot of impact in your world. So #2, you have a chance to be part of this experience, which honestly, sooner or later, everybody's going to be a part of. I think we talked a little bit about it this last week. You know, a couple years ago, I was anti-Google. I don't know why. It was just the stance I was making at the time. And now I'm like, I use it, you know, as a, what is that, as a verb. I'll say, somebody asks me a question, I'll say, Google it, right? And so, you know, it's just simply something that you should be a part of. And my philosophy is if you can get in on the ground floor of this, it's better because you will have the saturation before others. And I think Brian and I were talking the other day that there's not a lot of people in CBTC that are using it. And so this would be a great bandwagon for you guys to get on. Everything you post in G Plus or Google Plus is automatically indexed by Google. And what that means is when you post in G Plus, it cross-references to be indexed by Google, which will then increase your ranking in the Google search engine itself and hopefully bring you closer to the top when people are doing their searches. The other thing, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't played with this a lot, but I think it's an amazing feature, is you can add authorship to content. And really, what is that? What does that mean? Well, what it does is it puts your profile picture next to the content in the Google search results. So if you add authorship to something, it'll show you in conjunction with that. It allows you to build up your status and foster trust among users, and therefore affects the amount of clicks you get, the traffic, and visit volume, increase your ranking within Google. Now, you guys tell me, why would it be important for you to increase your ranking in Google? So answer that question in the chat box and let me know what your opinion is on that. The next one is because your brand can participate in different communities. That's huge. We're going to talk about that, and I'm going to go live and I'm going to show a sample of that. Wow, Brian, that's awesome. Going back to what I had said here with increasing the traffic that you get and site visit volumes, web leads, that's huge. We talked last week that 90% of the people, 90% of people start their housing search online. And if you can get up to the top of the ranks when they're putting in houses in your area, realtor in your area, a broker house in your area, if you can get to the top, you will win, hands down, every time. If you Google anything related to Kalamazoo Mortgage, if you just type that into your search engine, Brian and his team, rightly so, come up as number 1 with the Google Plus page and the reviews that he's diligently putting out there. And he posts those on multi-resources, multi-social resources, and in Google Plus it comes up hands down number 1, which is amazing for him and his team. And when they started doing this, when Brian and his team started doing the Google Plus page for his business, they are now up 2,300% in leads. Now wait, now hold on a minute. Brian, you're up 2,300% in leads? That's insane. Now, for you real estate agents on the line, let's talk Cheryl, Tina, the other attendees that we have on the line, James, Sam, and Tanya. Okay, how about growing your business by 23% or 230% or 2,300%? That's insane. And that's off of, for him, they do that as web applications. So you guys, if you are not on this bandwagon, get on it today. I cannot stress that enough. Again, we talked about your brand can participate in different communities, different circles. They call them circles, and we're gonna go through that in just a little bit. You can now add, you know how when you're doing your website or when you're doing your signature line on your email, you can add the +1 button, and you should, because it allows visitors to search your brand worldwide through Google, and it also allows people to recommend your content in their Google searches and share it within their circles, thus directing traffic to your website, thus putting your name out there, thus doing free marketing on your behalf. How cool is that? It also increases the time they spend on your website by recommending the other content that they could be interested in. So that Google Plus button, it's not just a cute little button. It's kind of like the like button on Facebook. You want to start using it to engage people to your content, drive them to you, therefore drive your rank up. So let's go live. I actually created a new Google account, and I'm going to pull it in for us. And I'm going to ask you guys, hold on one second, I'm pulling it in. I work with 3 screens, so it gets a little insane every once in a while. So, what do you guys see on my screen right now? James, Sam, Cheryl, Tanya, Tina, what do you guys see on my screen right now? I just want to make sure everybody's seeing the same thing. Hopefully you're seeing Google Plus. Awesome. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay. So this is the Google Plus page that I created for Coldwell Banker Town and Country. Now, here's a pop quiz. Some of you have been in a couple of the latest classes I've done. How did I create this page? What was the first step to creating this page? Can anybody answer that? This little pop quiz for today. James, I know you've been listening to a couple of the classes offline. What is the way that I started by creating this page? Ooh, Cheryl, nice try. What is that? What does that sound? I'm just teasing you. The correct answer is I simply created a Gmail account, right? Because last week, if you guys recall, in the classes taped for you, okay? So if you weren't able to listen to it yet, no problem. But if you recall, when you create a Gmail account, and you guys already have a Gmail account, your business account is a Gmail account, but when you create a Gmail account, you get all of these other incredible services with that one little setup of a Gmail account. So what I did is I set up, see if I can click on this. I set up, can you see there, Coldwell Banker Town and Country at gmail.com. Now understand, you can't use ampersands, you can't use symbols in your email, right? And so what I had to do is spell it all out. Now that's a long name, but it definitely is recognizable and it states exactly what you are, Coldwell Banker Town and Country. So we have a little bit of work to do in customizing this, right? We've got to add photos and we've got to make sure our profile is complete and we have to do all of that, but this is a good start. You've got your Gmail Plus or Google Plus page already because you've got a Gmail account. So now we just have to country.net. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, and so now we just have to set up your Google Plus if you're not already participating. So here is what the Google Plus homepage looks like. One of the things you'll notice right off of the gate is this box right here. This is share what's new. Okay, so now I'm going to actually, I'll probably reveal way too much about myself, but I'm going to pull up my Facebook account just so you can see the similarities, because most of us, correct me if I'm wrong, but does everybody on the call, do you guys use Facebook? So you might be really familiar with it. So if you're really familiar with it, some of the features are going to be very similar. So this share what's new here is very similar to your update status. Okay, so features are the same. Now when I go in and I put an update status in Facebook, and we talked about this the other day when we were working on our social media plan, when we put it in here, it goes to everyone, or I can drill it down to be just my friends, just public, everybody, or I can just do certain people. Now, that is a newer feature of Facebook. It is not as user-friendly as Google is. And the reason why is because Google has it where I can set up my circles. We blushed over this the other day, and we're going to hit this back up. But what you will find is that you can set up your work family, you can set up your clients, you can set up your friends, you can set up all these circles. So when you do it's a one-click here, public, or if I go here, I will be able to see my circles, friends, family, acquaintances, people I'm following, and I can post directly to those, any, and or all. So if I set up a circle and my circle is going to be my clients, and I'm just going to use Brian at Casey Mortgage, for example. He's got all of his clients in a Google Plus circle, and he wants to push something out. Yes, he's going to probably send out new rates via an email. He's going to have his pre-qual people, and he may send something out via email or do a phone call campaign. This is another great way to drive the people back to his website by saying, hey, crazy rates today, or whatever it is that he wants to announce. Hit me up at brian@kzumortgage.com or check out our website at www.kzumortgage.com. He's now got 2 hits for kzumortgage.com, and he can send it out to any and all of his circles. So again, he could do that in Facebook, and he probably will, but this is going to increase his ranking, increase the drive right within the Google family. Does that make sense, y'all? Are you guys getting this? Does it make sense why we would do this in the Google Plus app? Again, not necessarily for the individual post, but for the bigger picture of what this one little old post is going to do. Hi, Bill. Thanks for joining us today. So, yeah, so this is why we want to do this in this program. Tina, does this make sense to you? Why we would do it in Google, as well as, again, keep up your social media in Facebook and your other social media apps. But, you know, I mean, this is definitely something you're going to want to do. So up across the top, what you see is your all. So that's going to be everybody that you have in your circle. You've got your friends, you've got your family, you've got your acquaintances, and you've got more. And you can add circles to this. So you can add customized circles to this. You can also follow people. Who on the call uses Twitter? Tanya, Cheryl, Sam, do you guys use Twitter? And so you follow people, right? You follow trends. What's trending? Well, that's the same thing on this. So you can follow businesses. Cheryl, let's jump on that, because the reason why that's important is you can follow the trends that are going on in your business. Okay, and why you want to do that, again, is because if you are linked with them and you get a cross mention, like in Twitter, you're following them, they're trending, and you get a cross mention and reference them, if they're popular, there goes your likelihood of moving up in the ranks. So you definitely want to start following, and I'll show you, I actually did that. If you look down here on the bottom, I've started to follow a few for this particular email address. You can also not unfollow them, I guess. But here's some other communities that I might like: fashion, eating right, Google small business. You know, so there's going to be a lot here. If I view all, it'll give suggestions based on my traffic, what I might like to follow. And again, it's increased the ranking. So if these are trending sites, trending topics, and I engage in that, it'll help with the cross-reference of boosting my saturation of the market. So up at the top, I'm just going to go back to the little plus sign with the name, Coldwell Banker, and it's going to bring me back to the Google Plus page. And as I said in Facebook, this is going to be our status update, and this, of course, is our status update here. So if I want to do an announcement to everybody in all my circles, what I will do is I'm actually going to go and pull a website. So I'm going to pull Brian's website at Kazoo Mortgage, and I'm just going to copy that link, right? I'm going to go in here and say, have a client in need of a pre-approval. Sorry, my sausage fingers here. Contact Brian at Kalamazoo Mortgage today. And then I'm just going to put his link in there. And I'm going to share that. So now everybody within my circle is going to see that. Again, I can specifically target that for my circles, but I just want that to be for everybody. And the other cool thing that I really like about Google Plus and Google in general is they're super helpful and friendly. Like here, nice post. Here's a few quick tips. So they're going to help me with my posts. They're going to help me to drive traffic. I've got the hashtag of mortgage. Who uses hashtags? And secondary to that, can anybody answer why you would use a hashtag? Sam, James, you guys use hashtags? Bill, anybody? The reason why you would use a hashtag is because then when you pull up that hashtag mortgage, it will actually show you everything with that hashtag. So we talked a little bit about that last week during our social media class, where you will want to put in hashtag KZoo mortgage. So then anytime somebody searches KZoo mortgage, those are going to come up to the top. So start using those. It's just a really good way to get additional saturation on your information. Here's one, this Ray Billcliffe. He shared this publicly at 7:41 a.m. and his is the magic of flight. And it'll do suggestions for you. You will want to go in and customize them. How do I enter? Oh, that's a good question. It actually will give you suggestions here. And now it'll pull up everything on mortgages. So if I close that, all I have to do when I, oops, sorry, wrong click. All I have to do is when I go in here, I can edit that and I can do a hashtag. So it's just going to be in the body of my post. And then if it does suggest them, that's great. Now, here's the thing is, Brian, maybe you can answer this. This one is hashtag mortgage. Would you necessarily want that on one of your posts, or would you take that off and want Kalamazoo mortgage? This is a philosophy question, because hashtag mortgage is going to pull up everything to do with mortgages, i.e., Brian's competitors. So he would say, like his hashtags that he uses, Brian uses, to brand himself, because it's all about image, it's all about branding. He uses hashtag KZoo Mortgage, and he can do both, hashtag neighbors, not numbers. So those are kind of his taglines. And so he would use those. And then, of course, anything that comes up, like here, the magic of flight, if I click on that, it's going to pull up all posts related to the magic of flight. Now, Cheryl, you asked the question, why can we do both? Why can't we do both? The hashtags, you can do both. You can do as many as you want. But the more that you do, right, I mean, it kind of gets a little mucky. So you just want to be a little careful of how many hashtags you do have. But yeah, you can certainly use as many as you want. Make sure they make sense though, right? I mean, you don't want to hashtag everything like hashtag Brian Metner, hashtag KZoo Mortgage, hashtag Neighbors Not Numbers, hashtag Kalamazoo Mortgage, hashtag Kalamazoo, hashtag mortgage. I mean, that's it gets mucky and it gets messy, and you want to figure out what your brand is going to be, figure out how you can incorporate it with your image, and then just run with that. I think I told you guys last week when we were talking about one of the new projects, one of my new projects, pet projects, right? It's called Compassion Kalamazoo. So again, I'm going to translate it over to Facebook for you so you can see how I use it. But if you look here in Compassion, almost every tag that I post has, well, of course, the front ones don't. But we do use the hashtag Compassion Kalamazoo quite a bit. So hashtag Compassion Kalamazoo. So if I click on that hashtag, everything that it's all the posts about hashtag or about Compassion Kalamazoo because I've hashtagged it. So it's an easy index of this branding. Cheryl, does that make sense? Tanya, how about you? You see how that would work with your branding? It's an easy way to find stuff. So if I go in here and let's see, Brian does hashtag KZooMortgage.com or KZoo Mortgage, excuse me, not .com. But if I go in there, it's going to pull all the posts related to KZoo Mortgage, and I might have spelled that wrong. But so, and again, I'm using Facebook, and he might not do it in Facebook, but same principle applies. Okay. So in Google Plus, no, you wouldn't necessarily. Tina, good question. Tina asked if she would use hashtag Tina M. Hess at Coldwell Banker. No, not necessarily. What I would do if it was me, I would use my name. So I would just use Tina Hess. hashtag Tina Hess. And I would also say, whatever your tagline is, start branding yourself. Think of this as a full-on image that you want to promote in Google. So like Brian's is Neighbors Not Numbers. Mine is Compassion Kalamazoo. Yours would be hashtag Real Estate Agent to the Stars. I don't know what it would be. Okay, I'm just making that up. So what you will want to do is, it's not the it's not your email address. It's not that. What it's going to be is, it's going to be an image, and use that to drive them to your website, to drive them to you and all of your posts. Tina, does that clear that up a little bit for you? I don't want there to be a lot of confusion on that. No, right, exactly. It's not necessarily your Twitter name. So if your website is Tina M. Hess, okay, what I would do is I would use the brand when I go in there and say, need a great real estate agent. Oops, again, my sausage fingers, sorry about that. In Brighton, right? Tina, Brighton is where you are at. Give Tina Hess a call at, and what's your phone number? And we'll put that in there. And then what we'll say is, we'll say hashtag Tina M. Hess. Okay, now, notice how the search is not coming up because we have not put that, that has not been something that we've used yet, right? We have not started to brand your image using this hashtag. So then what we will do is we'll put in there something along those lines, okay? And what I would also say is use your link. Again, let's get your link going to your website. Cross-brand, cross-reference. Is it .com? Is it tinamhess.com? Okay, perfect. Thanks, Tina. So what we would do is we would do this publicly. And we want to add it. It'll populate and show. And then we will hit share. So now there's a new, so here's our hashtag, right? So as soon as we click on that, it's going to pull up all the appropriate hashtag Tina M. Hess branded tags that we posted in here. Now, hopefully there'll be more than one, right? But the beauty of that is your branding. So here we can do real estate. So now all of these hashtags in real estate are helping to cross-reference us and drive up our saturation in the Google market. Good. Okay, good, good, good. How about the others? Thanks, Tina. I appreciate that. So how about the others on the call? James, Sam, Bill, Cheryl. You guys see how this is going to help Tina with her imaging and branding going forward? This, to me, is just something, again, if you guys are not doing it, do it. One thing I will say is Google Plus is social. Yes, it is very good for businesses such as real estate and what we've got going on with Kalamazoo Mortgage, because Google Plus is not fully saturated like Facebook yet. So there are not multiple of you out there, multiple of your name, multiple mortgages like there are in Facebook. And so again, getting in on the Google, what I would consider, even though it's like an amazing tool already and it's broad and diverse and it's gone crazy, get in on what we would consider the ground floor, even if it's just in your area. Okay. Now, a couple other really awesome tools in this. Cheryl, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you tell me last week, I think it was you, that you did a poll and it was just like uber easy to do in Google Plus? So last week we talked social. Great, awesome. Last week we talked in our social media training that polls and questions, anything that makes the person respond or engage, will get you about an 80% increase in likes, comments, traffic, and all that other good stuff. And Cheryl said that when she did that, She did her post regarding what's the best month to list their home. So easy enough. You go in and you ask the question. So, let's just say, I'm not going to do it real estate related because, again, we want to make sure we pepper some personal stuff in there as well as business stuff, right? We learned that last week. So what is your favorite, because, right, people are really sick of winter. Can I get an amen? Okay, so I don't know about y'all. I'm very sick of this winter. So what is your favorite month or favorite, let's go, favorite season in Michigan? Okay, and then let's say we've got winter, which we're in, spring. We're going to do some more choices. We're going to do summer, and we're going to add fall. Okay, now here's the cool thing. We can add a photo to this. So you want to snazz it up a little bit, not just be text. Here's how easy this is. Is everybody following me on my screen? Can you guys see this? I'm going to go to Google, right, because we love Google. And I'm going to put in seasons, okay? This is easy, easy, breezy, breezy. I'm going to go to images, and I'm going to, oh, I like this one, so let's pull this one. We're going to wait for it to populate. Nice image. I'm going to save my image. I'm just going to go ahead and save it on my desktop, and we're going to have seasons. And this is, I mean, when you guys have pictures, when you take pictures at the closing table, put it up there. I mean, get people engaged. Show them. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. Use this as a way for them to know, like, and trust you. Maybe you haven't even met them face to face, which happens a lot in my business. Get them to know you as a person. And you can do that with images from the closing table, a new house that you have. Oh shoot, what do you call that, Brian, that we do? Is it e-property sites that we do to list the houses and make your virtual tours? Populate it in here. Get that cross traffic going. So we're going to click here. We're going to select a photo from our computer. We're going to go on our desktop. And let's see. Oh, whoops. Hello. Desktop. Sorry. Oh, CBTC has their own. Okay, so you guys have your own way of doing virtual tours and flyers and stuff. I've just used e-property sites in a past life. So if you guys have their own where you're creating your virtual tours, you can put those right on here. So let's do season. I'm just going to find it, right? So here we are in seasons, and we're going to open that. And again, pop quiz, what's the hashtag we should put in here? Tina, if you're doing this, if you're posting this, what is the hashtag? What is the one that, if you're going to use any, what's the one for sure you should use? Tina M. Hess, right? Definitely. Yeah, exactly. Yay, good. You get a prize. So what you would want to do is make sure that you put that in there. Okay, now I'm going to take that off there because I don't want people to get upset because this is not your personal one. So all I would do is, here's my poll. What's your favorite season in Michigan? Winter, spring, summer, fall. I'm going to share it publicly. Not going to drill it down to my circles yet. We haven't gotten to that. And then I'm going to go ahead and share. And hopefully that will be a question that entices people to engage. Why is it so important for people to engage in your posts? Pop quiz. Why is it so important for people to now participate with this post? Exactly. Exactly. You nailed it, Tina. Exactly. Reminds them of who you are, but most importantly, keeps you top of mind, keeps them coming back to you, keeps them engaged. And as soon as they're engaged, you've shared this publicly. So think about that. How many people are using Google+? Everybody can see it. Now that the people who vote on it or who take your poll, link back to them, become, quote, friends with them, quote, acquaintances with them, quote, put them in your circles, and now your message goes broad, okay? So that is just simply why you guys want to do this. You can invite them to events. Who was it? Oh, gosh. Somebody from Coal Banker Town and Country couldn't make the class today. I think because they're doing a Valentine's party at a senior center. And I just think that's cute. I honestly would love to do that. But post that on here. Oh, yeah, Laura was. Okay, that's right. And I talked to her this morning, too. So put that event on here. Show them what you're doing in the community. Show them how engaged you are in the community. People do business with who? The folks that they know, like, and trust. And, man, if you're going out there working with the seniors, nobody likes people better than those who work with seniors and babies, right? So here's the video. When we're looking at videos here, pop quiz, who can tell me where is the best place to put your video for it to appear in all of the Google world, Googledom, if you will? Anybody want to answer that one? It's an easy one. That's an easy question. Yeah, Cheryl, you're right. YouTube. Yay, Cheryl wins a prize. So with YouTube, YouTube is a Google company. My kids are on YouTube all the time. If they want to figure out how to do something, put together a computer, figure out a hack on one of their games, something like that, they're on YouTube all the time. But it's not just for kids, okay? And the reason why you want to get your videos up and on YouTube, are you guys ready for this? This is like really crazy. It automatically posts them to your Google Plus account. Think about that. It automatically posts to your YouTube or to your Google Plus account. Why would that be important? Well, the more traffic you get on your video, the more traffic you get in Google Plus, the better your traffic is, the more people see you, the better your branding, the better your imaging. Tina, you stay at the forefront, right? Right. Tina, you don't need houses to sell personally. You know why I say that? You know what I've told every real estate agent that I've ever worked with? You know that there's people in your office or that you know that are doing real estate that aren't good marketers, right? Market for them. Market for them. Offer to market for them, okay? So, you know, I'm just going to say myself, okay? Say that I am just not, whatever. Marketing just isn't my thing. I'm a lister, right? And maybe I list bank-owned homes, okay? And so let's face it, bank-owned homes, you don't necessarily market the heck out of them. I mean, you might, depending on the type of agent you are, but a lot of times they get so many listings that they don't take the time to market them individually, right? Okay, so partner with that person. Say, hey, I see you're not really marketing these listings. I'm a marketing expert. I have all these tools at my fingertips. I would love to have permission to market your listings. Hello. What would that do for your business? What would that do? So wait a minute, Julie. You're telling me that I don't necessarily have to have a listing in order to market a listing? That's exactly what I'm telling you. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Because what's going to happen is you post a video of that, you market that listing, they get the sale, okay? Think about that. They get the sale, they get the sale. You could get the buy, plus it's driving your traffic up. It's branding you, branding your image. Now let me ask you guys this. Who markets Alan Edwin's listings? quick question. Can anybody, Bill, James, you guys, Tina, Cheryl, anybody, can anybody market Allen Edwin listings? The answer is yes. And the answer is you can do that for free. So again, Tina, yeah, we may be in a, Cheryl, yeah, you. We may be in a drought for listings. Personally, we may not have them. But y'all, there is a multitude of listings out there that you can start promoting, marketing, and driving your personal traffic up. What do you guys think about that? Did I just blow your mind? I thought that was kind of fun, actually. That was fun. So hopefully you guys will jump on that bandwagon and realize that you don't just have to sit back and wait for those listings to come. Take what's already in your arsenal, partner with somebody who's not a great marketer, and just go to town on those suckers. So, okay, we went a little off of on a rabbit trail, but I wanted to show you how important it is to do these videos. Do it through YouTube. It's driving your traffic up in YouTube. It's going to cross-reference, automatically post publicly to Google+. Everybody likes a video. I watch them. So, okay, so one of the things I wanted to show you, I'm actually going to go into a different account. Okay, so I'm going to go into, I'm going to add a friend of mine who I do a little marketing assistance with. He's actually, Brian, don't get mad. He's Palm Beach Mortgage. Oh, shoot, that's not going to pull up. Darn. He's Palm Beach Mortgage Group. That's not going to show. So let me pull. I'll pull my own and see. I don't remember if I posted a video or not yet. So let me see here. Okay. So here's my personal account, and this is my Google Plus page. We have yet to talk about personalizing it, which we will in just a minute. But notice how it's giving me people that I might know so I can add them. Now when I add, like if I wanted to add Kristen Flynn, if I click on this, I can add her to my friends list because she's a friend. And Gar, I'm going to add him to my work family. And Andrew, I'm going to add him to my friends. So that's how I build, and it will give you suggestions, which is kind of neat because it looks at who uses LinkedIn. Anybody use LinkedIn for their business or personal? I guess it doesn't really matter. So if you use LinkedIn, you know how it shows you like first, oh shoot, what do they call that? First connection, second connection, third connection, I think is what it is. So it's the same thing here. It's looking at who your common people are. So Danielle Marschke over at KZoo Mortgage, Tyson is our common link. So I'm going to go ahead and add her. So it's always looking at who you have in common and adding additional people. So do that. And here's more suggestions and more suggestions. Link to as many people as you can. Okay? So if I scroll down underneath the maintenance portion and I look down here, I'm going to scroll way down. That's not the one I wanted to look at. I'm going to scroll. This is just some different things that I'm following. I wanted to show you specifically. I had it up earlier, and I can't believe it's not doing it now. This shows you how active it is, because I was just up and I had to scroll like twice to show myself or to find something. So what I'm going to try and show you is that when I have a client that posts on YouTube, it will automatically send it to me on Google Plus and send it out publicly. So I did a video for my friend Greg, posted it to his YouTube account, and it automatically, this is random. I got an email in my Gmail account that said, did you miss anything from Greg this week? And it was a video that I just posted of him on Facebook. I didn't even have to post it on Google+. Talk about a one-stop shop, right? So, and I apologize, I'm not able to find it right now. Let me look at, if I click here and I do work family, maybe it'll pull up there quicker. So here's, There it is. Okay, so Christine, here's a video she posted on YouTube. It was shared publicly. So when you're in YouTube and you click on the share, whether it's private or public, as soon as you put public, it'll automatically post here. So here's Greg's tip of the week. Here's another one from Christine. Here's some cool stuff with Coldwell Banker Real Estate. Here's Saturdays with Suzanne. Here's Foodie Friday with Greg Downs. These were shared publicly. They show up on my wall, and I can then like this post. So I can like this post. So now every one of my friends that I'm connected with on Google can see that post, can like it, can know that I recommended it as awesome. So how's that? You guys see yourselves using that feature? So that's my personal page. I will say when we go click on this little plus Julie up here, and I do have to work on mine. Mine is not great. But when I do go on here, you want to make sure, what did we talk about? We wanted to make sure that our profile is complete. So when you do go in your profile, please make sure that you've got a nice selfie or headshot in there. Make sure that you've got a good, they call it like an album image. You want to make sure that you've got that. If I click on this little plus here next to my name, that's a quick post. So I can just do a real quick little old post. I should be able to get into my profile and show you how much work it actually needs. Sorry, I didn't try this before I was on the call. So what I will want to do again is I will want to go in and I will want to make sure that my profile looks good. So I want to make sure that my picture is a recent one, not from 1970 when you started in the business. Right, that's just a little chuckle. And then you want to make sure that you've got all your stuff, your contact information, all that. It's very, very important to do that. So that is Google Plus in a nutshell. Here's your mentions. So if we go in here, we don't quite have any mentions yet, right? Nobody's mentioned me. And that's okay. I mean, that's not why I would do this, but right now, you know, I can see why you guys would want to get the mentions, because you're driving your traffic up. And then, of course, you can go in and you can explore within Google Plus, within Google, with all of the Google family programs. What's trending? Valentine's Day, AAP Sweep, Wednesday, Chapel Hill Shooting. Ooh, I should look at that. The Flash, driverless cars. So all these things are trending. So jump on them, like them, so you can get the cross-reference back. So, who on the call has their Google Plus page, or who has actually spent time on their Google Plus page to start their marketing with Google Plus? James, Sam, Cheryl has, Tanya, Tina. Tina's going to jump on that sucker today. Good. That's good. Susan, awesome. You have. Good. So you're using these resources at your fingertips so you can promote yourself. This business that we're in is all about self-promotion. And you really need to figure out how to promote yourself to grow your business, gain more traffic, gain more clients. And I have found this business is very, very competitive. And you need to find that niche that sets you apart. I gave you a little window into Google Plus today. And I gave you a little window into how to market for listings that may not be your own. What questions do you guys have specifically to this, to Google Plus, how you would use it? James, any questions that you might have? Cheryl, any additional questions? I know you've been working hard on this social media, as well as Susan and Tina have been. Tanya, what about you? How can we use this in business in a way that I have not mentioned? I just can't stress enough that if you guys can get in on the ground floor of this, you will definitely benefit from it. Sam, I see your hand raised. Do you have a question that I'm not seeing? I might just not be seeing it. Oh, adding a widget to the site. You mean adding the Google Plus widget to your website? Depends on what your site is. Depends on what you do, but what you can do. Okay, good. That's your question. Awesome. So what you can do is, Brian, expand on that. So what you can do is you can go and if you want to, if you know how to add graphics or widgets to your site, depending on what you use. I do my own through Wix, so that doesn't mean anything other than it's a very easy program to use, and they have social media widgets or icons already set up, so I can just add that. But what you might want to do is go to the Google Plus, go to the images, save that little icon, add it to your website, and then do a hyperlink back to your Google Plus page. Okay, so you have your own identifier in Google Plus, so you will find out what your profile name is, and then you will just use that hyperlink to link back up to a graphic. Does that help, Sam? Is that what you were asking? I hope that is. Okay, so yep, exposure to showing your pre-listing appointments. Absolutely. Pre-listing appointments, pre-listing homes. I have a friend of mine who's in the business here in my town, and she's awesome with teasers. Like she'll go and take a picture of the house right before she actually lists it and gets it on the MLS, and she says, sneak peek at a new listing coming on the market within the week. Stay tuned. Put that teaser out there. Let's see here. So Brian is using this for reciprocating with local businesses. They had a gym give a free week to all of our clients that responded to them and mentioned our name in January. Well, that's brilliant. Buy one, get one buy one get one free at a pizza place to all your followers. Those weren't ran the same month. Okay, so find a local business, have them promote you, do cross promotion. If they call in and they mention that they saw your Google Plus on the Kalamazoo Mortgage, they get a discount on a pizza, they get a free something, they get, cross-reference this with the business owners in your pocket. That's one of the premises behind what I do with Compassion Kalamazoo is I find local businesses that are willing to, I find that there are local businesses that are willing to help out if I do some promotion for them. So that's what you want to do is find these businesses to cross-reference, drive your traffic up, drive their traffic up. It's a brilliant partnership. Cheryl, here's a question. Google Plus page requires a code verification sent as a postcard. Is there any quicker way to verify the page or get an immediate code? I don't know the answer to that, Cheryl. It's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to have to research that. So what Cheryl is saying is Google Plus page requires code verification sent as a postcard. Are you talking when you do a new page? Because I've never run into that. So are you running it under a personal or are you running it under, or did you do a business page? That I'd be curious about. Sam, did you have another question? Oh, okay. So you did a business page for Fowlerville? I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I think it'd be definitely something you should Google. Sorry, I'm cracking myself up today. I'm teasing, Cheryl. I definitely will look into that, and I will get back with you. I don't know the answer to that because I have not dabbled in the business pages on Google+. I've only dabbled in promotion for, quote, personal pages. So, Sam, I don't know if you have another question. I saw your hand raised. I just want to make sure that I get to all the questions. You guys, great job. Thank you for being active on the call. It certainly makes it easier for me to know what you guys are looking for in classes. And if you do have any questions, of course, I'm always here for you. You can email me, text me, call me, smoke signal me, whatever you want, and I will definitely get back with you. Brian and his team are here for all of your clients' pre-approvals, pre-qualifications, mortgage needs, mortgage questions, and I look forward to helping you guys promote your business on Google+. I've also recorded the class. I will post that as well as the PowerPoint for the class. We did a lot live, so just jump in with both feet and get yourself promoting yourself on Google+. Thanks, everybody. Have an awesome day.